What's up, guys? It is Jonathan with One Big Impact, and today I want to do a quick mobility routine and show you something that I would go through each and every single day, and then a couple extra things if you're feeling a couple little issues. So first of all, the first one is going to be cat camel or cat cow, whatever you want to call it. So you're pushing your belly button down to the earth and then bringing your belly button and rib cage and shoulder blades up to the sky. Just doing those real quick, and then you're doing what I call reach throughs. So you're reaching through and then back, reaching through and then back, each side. And then you're doing what's called tall knees. So sitting right here, squeezing your glutes to come up, 10 reps of those. And then you're going to lay on your back and do what's called dead bugs, and hopefully you'll be able to see me. I assume you will. Let me adjust the camera so that you can see me. So the next one is dead bugs. Everybody gets this wrong. I am hurting today. Sorry, guys. So opposites, just 5 on each side. And then glute bridges to the sky, squeezing your butt. Do about 10 or 20 of those. And then the next one, I usually do standing. And this is just going to be, I have been meal prepping all day. I'm sorry, and I'm like extremely worn down today. Little tiny arm circles. Like you're going around a 25-pound plate, the little ones. 10 or 20 forwards, 10 or 20 backwards. Swing your arms out. Just swing them out. And then twist at the hips. And then I'm going to show you a couple extra you can do on bench day. I haven't usually done this, but I've been recently reincorporating it because my shoulder's a little bit slow to warm up. Grab a band. What you're trying to do is pull your scapula together, just like you would for a bench, just warming up those muscles. You can grab this and go overhead, keeping your arms straight, warming up the rotator cuffs and everything. You'll feel warmth coming through pretty quick. The next thing you can do, and you'll be plenty warm by the end of these, is we'll do some Cuban press. This is going to be my variation of a Cuban press. You get a couple 5-pound plates, or if you're a smaller gal or not so big of a guy, or if it hurts or anything like that, you bring them up. You can use 2.5s and then press. Bring them up and then press. Bring them up and then press. And then something I've been incorporating recently is I've been going 5 out to the side, and then I go 5 to the front, and then I bend over 5 to the rear. And honestly, it feels so good when I warm up on bench. And the reason I say that is because if you're a power lifter, you're going straight into like some heavy stuff. A lot of the times, especially if you're not like a huge bencher, you don't have a ton of warm-ups, so you got to be careful about that. And then a couple more. You could do 10 light squats. I live and die by the idea that I'm a big guy and I don't do a lot of squats pre-squat. I squat plenty on its own, but I feel like I get plenty out of it. So you can do 10 squats if you feel like you need to. I'll show you a hip one in just a second. This is going to be more specifically on bench day. So you're going to do some plyo push-ups. So push halfway down, stop, and push, push, push. Just one set of 3 to 5 of those. It really doesn't take much. Okay, so the next thing is, this is going to be the couch stretch. Allison, more specifically for you or anybody that has hip issues or tight hips or hip impingements or anything like that. Luckily, I have not had much of an issue with those, but you're going to get something to put down under your knee. If you're light, 100-something pound person, it's probably not that big a deal. A knee sleeve could work fine, or if your knee sleeves aren't on, you could just throw one on the ground. So there goes my shoe. I'm going to go down to to this guy, and I call it the couch stretch because you can do it up against your couch anytime. This leg, you're bringing that arm up. Damn, I feel that sucker today. I went not hard on the deadlifts, but the deadlifts were hard on me today. And you're gonna hold that for 60 seconds. Once that's not big deal, meaning you're going to be actively pushing your hip forward. Don't just go like that. And then if you want to make that a little bit harder over time, you can go over to the side and you can do about 30 seconds on each side. I know I look like a behemoth trying to get my ass around on the ground here. This is my tight side. Let's see if I can get in there. And the funny thing is, I probably need to do more of these. And just breathe through it. Next thing I would do is foam rolling, foam roll your quads or anything like that. And then for those of you guys that have any kind of hip issue, you can get something like this. This is like a solid ball, but it's super light. And then when this doesn't hurt anymore, go to an even smaller ball. And you're going to be putting that right into that hip area and just kind of grinding around. Or if you have piriformis syndrome on the glute or anything like that. So I hope that information helps you. Do this regularly. You'd be surprised after just what I did right now. I'm sweating my ass off. I'm going to feel better as soon as I get up. We do need to keep moving and keep somewhat flexible, but more importantly on the mobility side so that we stay mobile. Be stronger than your excuses.